air goggles, bitches. It's time for some pop goulash. Another week, another episode, and I got Bob on the old Skype-a-rooney with me today.
Hello,
How's it going,
hello.
Bob?
It's going well. How are you?
Doing well, man. Doing well. What's been going on?
Not much. I watched. I bought on a digital copy of the Spider-Man movie that we talked about last time I was on, and I watched.
Yeah, dude.
And I watched it twice today. I watched it yesterday and watched it with the commentary track today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Had this been the first time you see it? I can't recall.
No, I saw it twice in the theater too, which I don't.
Right on.
I don't usually see movies more than once in the theater. I just liked it so much.
Sure.
If it's not, not Star Wars, I only go once.
Right. Yeah, I saw that it had. I saw it came out for streaming today, and I was like, "Ooh,
yeah,
okay." So now it's like, do I ask permission or forgiveness?
I was kind of in the same boat too.
So, because I know the kids would, the kids are going to get a kick out of it either way.
Right.
So, like, if I could get it with, but babe, it's for the kids. Mm-hmm. So,
normally I would wait. I just wait for the Blu-ray. I don't know why I prefer to just buy those over buying a license for streaming. But I didn't really feel like waiting though.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I you know what? I've really gotten away from physical movies. Just because I don't know if we discussed that the last time we sat down, but yeah, I kind of got away from. Yeah, I kind of got away from actually buying DVDs and Blu-rays just because, like, I put them, I get the download codes when I do buy them, and then the disc just sits on my shelf. It's just another thing to collect space.
Sure.
And really, even the download and the disc are just a bunch of ones and zeros anyway, so does it matter? I mean, like, I'll still, like, collect my albums and, my CDs and stuff like that, but, like, movies, I'll just get it digitally.
I don't buy Blu-rays very often unless I really, really like the movie.
Sure. I
actually tend to do a lot of renting, either at Redbox or sometimes if I'm feeling particularly lazy. I have an Apple TV. I'll just rent it from iTunes for a day, but that's a lot more expensive. But I also am the worst person in the world for returning Redbox movies.
Yeah, that makes two of us, dude. Like, that's why I don't even go to it's very rare I even go to the library because, for one, I'm a slow reader.
Yeah. And
two, like, it literally will take me, like, if it's due on March 31st, that shit's getting back to the library, probably about May 2nd. If not, like, May 30th. I haven't
gotten a book from a library in a long time. I remember fees were like 25 cents, like a day or a week or something like that. Have they gone? Yeah. Have they gone up since then?
I have no idea. Yeah. All I know is that we've had to buy a couple. Yeah, well, I mean, we've been taking the kids to the library because we want to make sure that the kids have books
of course.
Know that there's a thing called the library.
Right.
So, yeah, and it's just kind of crazy, but because I'm taking the kids to the library tomorrow after they get done with school because it's a, it is story night where the kids come in, they read a story to them, they do an activity, and then it's go the fuck home.
Yeah, I remember doing that when I was a wee lad.
See, I don't recall things like that. That or my mom just never took me to shit like that. I'm guessing it's probably more the latter than the former.
Mine was always in the morning, I remember, like 9 a.m. or so, and it was always kids.
In the summer?
Yeah. Yes. That'd be the only thing that makes sense. And it was kids there, and the moms would sit in the back.
True. Right?
Yeah.
So
back then. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm not saying it has to be a mom sitting in the back.
Right. Well, whatever. It is what it is. Or isn't.
Right.
So what's been going on, man? What else have you been up to?
I don't know. Watch the Oscars.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Normally I'm a lot more current with having seen all the like the best motion, or the best picture, like nominees and things like that. But I'm kind of behind on that.
Right. I've seen a lot of backlash about Green Book winning, but
yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's a pretty bad movie.
Yeah,
I think people were saying it's the worst best picture winner that they can think of.
Well, yeah, I saw that. There was somebody wrote an article about it, and it was going around for a minute. But it's, I guess it's like the dude whom the movie is written about is like the African American fellow. Like he was made a secondary character in a movie that was, or from a movie that was based upon a book that was about him. And I guess his family shat all over the movie too.
I guess that kind of makes sense because I'd seen people talking about how it was like a whitewashed story, but I didn't really read into that.
Yeah, like I saw one article, and I can't remember where it was from, BuzzFeed or something, where they're like, yeah, it's the big savior white man coming to show the black man how to be a black man. I was like, okay, that's weird. I mean, I kind of want to see it just to see what all the fuss was about.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I don't really care.
Neither do I. But Mahershala Ali is
He's fantastic.
Phenomenal in anything he does. He was the only reason I continued to watch the first season of Luke Cage.
Really? I actually liked Luke Cage. I like both seasons.
I did not care for it very much. I made it 3 episodes in the second season, and I just lost all steam.
Dropped it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He was so good in that show, though.
Oh, he was fantastic in it. He was fantastic as Copperhead. So, but yeah, Lady Gaga got her Oscar. So now she only needs a Tony
for an EGOT.
For an EGOT, yeah, and an Emmy. She needs an Emmy as well. So, but yeah, I think she got robbed for Best Actress. And everybody's like, her? What about Glenn Close? This was like the 8th time she's been nominated in the 0 time that she's ever won.
I don't care. I don't mind. She's just, I don't know, something about Glenn Close. I don't dislike her. I've seen plenty of movies in her that she's in that I think were fantastic. I'm just never like completely. I'm not like Daniel Day-Lewis blown away by her though.
Right. Well, I mean, she's not a Meryl Streep.
No.
I mean, she's good, but she's got. I think she holds the record now for most nominations and no wins.
She's crying all the way to the bank.
Yeah. Right. So. But yeah, I think Lady Gaga should have got it. I didn't see the movie that the lady that won. I only
Favorite.
saw a handful.
I have not seen it either, but I want to because isn't that made by the same guy who did The Lobster like a year or two ago?
I think so.
I like The Lobster a lot.
Didn't he also do Killing of the Sacred Deer?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. I've heard good things about that, and I saw that Lobster is up on Netflix. It's in my queue right now.
It's a good, really, really weird movie.
Okay, cool. Well, it's also got Emma Stone in it, so I'll pretty much watch anything that she's in as well.
Yeah.
But I'm also one of those that's like, I don't think, I don't watch Emma Stone movies because I find her attractive, because I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I just think she's a really good actress.
Yeah, totally.
I've liked her in everything that I've seen her in. So
I still think, I can't remember if we talked about this, I still think the best thing she's done is Maniac.
Yeah, she was excellent in that.
Yeah.
She was absolutely phenomenal in that. I think she was really good in Birdman as well.
Yeah, totally.
And I know people shit all over that movie too, which I don't know why.
Neither do I. I think that movie is great.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the aspect where they kind of, was that Inarritu that did that? Who did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of copped a what you call it?
Oh, you cut out.
A Hitchcock, like with
there?
rope. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you just cut out for a second.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
But yeah,
I'm gonna gonna make note of the time so I can sort of snip that.
Don't even worry about don't snip anything. Just send me the file.
Okay.
Because I'll snip it on my end or I'll leave it in.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Depending on how because it wasn't that bad of a flub.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So, but yeah, but like I had a friend of mine who was like, oh well, the movie is just it's very predictable, yada yada yada. I'm like, I don't care. Like it was filmed in almost. They tried to do like what what the shit Hitchcock did with Rope.
Yeah.
To make it like a one continuous shot movie.
Right.
And I mean, obviously it wasn't, but it was still like damn close and damn good.
Yeah, that's cool.
So.
What about
yeah, totally,
what about like what did you think about Bohemian Rhapsody? Did you see it?
I haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet, but I've heard very, very good things about it.
See, I'm wondering why people love that movie so much. Because I saw it, my wife and I watched it last week, and I thought there were some good parts, some really strong parts, but I thought it was a pretty awful movie.
Really?
Yeah. I couldn't believe the acclaim it's been getting when we were done watching it.
I might lose you. If so,
the best part was,
call me back. I'm going to shut my Wi-Fi off and I'll turn it on to just my...
I guess we had rented... What's up?
All right, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, I just shut off my Wi-Fi and went strictly to my Ethernet just to see if... Because you were breaking up pretty bad.
Oh, okay.
So, you were saying? Something about... Because I had said that... I had not seen it yet, and you were wondering what the big hype was.
Yeah, so my wife and I, we rented it, and when we were finished, we couldn't understand the acclaim that the movie's been getting, because there was so much of it was just so not literally unbelievable. Like how they came up with writing their hits. It's just like, oh, Brian May came up with this stomp stomp clap beat, and it just instantly turned into "We Will Rock You." Like, there's no way that any of the songs were written even remotely like they're portrayed in that movie. It was literally unbelievable.
Huh. Well, I mean, though, like Brian May and was it Rick Taylor? Rick Taylor, wasn't he the drummer of Def Leppard? Whoever the drummer was of Queen, Roger Taylor.
Yes.
Those two, they were pretty heavily involved in the movie making process, though.
That's what I hear as consultants, yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I know a little bit about writing music. I've tried to do it before. There's no way. It just felt like what should have been like a mini series crammed into a 2-hour film.
Yeah,
it just absolutely raced through the timeline.
Yeah, I know that listening to Fat Man Beyond, Mark Bernardin pretty much said the same thing. He was like, yeah, it just was like, oh, look at this thing, and then, oh, this thing happened, and then, oh, this thing happened, and then, oh, this thing happened, and, oh, here they are at Live Aid, the end.
And I think that the version that we rented was some kind of special cut at the end.
Yeah, they said that they recreated the entire Live Aid performance or something.
That was actually pretty fucking cool and well shot and looked great. And I can't remember the guy's name who sang those songs, but he sounded
Freddie Mercury?
No, the guy who sang the songs for the film.
Was it not Rami Malek?
No, it was not. It was some guy from some contemporary Christian band who's gone solo. He's Canadian. I don't remember his name.
Was it the dude from Stryper?
No, isn't that like Michael Sweet?
Yeah.
No, it was not Michael Sweet. It was some of the guys. He's a small to mid-level solo musician, and he just does a pretty dead-on Freddie Mercury.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name though. I don't think his music.
I can hear you frantically typing, trying to find it.
Yeah, I'm trying to type quietly.
Trying to see if it was on IMDb, and I'm not seeing it. Well, then that guy deserves the Oscar, not Rami Malek.
He was pretty good too, though.
Yeah, I heard. You know, it's funny until
Did you hear Did you hear that he was good when he was winning an Oscar for it?
Yeah. Oh well, you know what? It would also help if I was looking at We Will Rock or at Bohemian Rhapsody and not Birdman.
Cut out again.
Because Birdman, how am I not connected to the internet?
Okay, I hear you now.
Are you there? Hello? 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 Bob? Bob?
Hello?
I lost you there.
Yep. I can hear you now.
All right, that's weird. Stupid Mac. All right, so we were looking for Bohemian Rhapsody to see if we could find who did the voice.
This guy's name is Mark Martel.
Mark Martel?
Yeah.
He sounds like a professional wrestler.
This article describes him as a Canadian Christian rock singer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's one strike against him.
Yeah. I mean, he sounds good. Nobody knows his name, though.
Right? Who?
Yeah.
Interesting. Man, they had a ton of uncredited people in this movie. Bunch of extras.
Oh, yeah, for the Live Aid sequence at the end.
Well, no, not even. I mean, some of it was Live Aid stuff, but it was like floor manager, guitarist, roadie, raver, Madison Square Garden audience. Like one dude, two dudes for the entire. That's funny. Tour bus driver. Like, there's a ton of guys in here that were just like. Interesting. Yeah, it's one of those that I'll eventually see it because I'm a Queen. I do enjoy Queen.
Sure.
But I'm not like quickly. That might be one that I can wait for it to get to.
Like free streaming.
Yeah, I'll wait for it to get to Netflix or something.
Mm-hmm.
So. And I think it's funny that Bryan Singer still has director credit on it, even though the fact that he got fired like halfway through the movie.
Yeah. And because he's a rapist piece of shit, so.
Yeah, he's not good.
He's not good, yeah.
He's not good. You know, despite the fact that he did make two really, really awesome X-Men movies, he's still kind of a piece of shit. So, did you see Star is Born?
I did not.
Oh, dude, that one. That was the one to watch.
Was Bradley Cooper's singing better than it was at that performance? Because he sounded pretty bad.
You think so?
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
He did not.
No,
he did not. He was not passable as a professional singer, especially
because he's
sitting next. Yeah, but we've seen people do it pretty well before.
He was good in the film.
That's good.
Like, I mean, who knows how long it had been since like he had performed last. You know, he might have had like, oh shit, I'm on stage in front of real people, and I'm also like on camera, you know, amongst, you know, watch about 1 million people or 2 million people or however many, what the rating was for it, how many people were watching him live. I mean, he could have had just some jitters.
Sure.
So, but yeah, it was good. Like, you know, I got mad respect for him because, you know, for one, Bradley Cooper, he directed it. It was his directorial debut.
Yeah.
He studied with Willie Nelson's son for like 6 months, learning how to play guitar, how to write songs, and how to sing.
Nice.
And he wrote a good chunk of the songs in the soundtrack. He and Lady Gaga, actually, both. So, like, for that alone, like, I'm like, that should have, you know, I don't know. I got more respect for that than I do, Rami Malek playing Freddie Mercury.
Right.
You know, whatever, sue me. So, but I'd like to see, have you seen Roma yet?
I have.
How was it?
I liked it.
Did you?
It was a very, like, kind of low-key movie, I guess.
Really?
Yeah. It was good, though.
Yeah, I was surprised that it was the Netflix thing actually took off and actually, it was nominated for Best Picture, and it won a gang of Oscars, too.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, because it hasn't the Academy like blacklisted Netflix films in the past or something?
Well, yeah, because they're not usually traditionally released.
Right. I know that Roma was in like some independent theaters, so I wonder if that's how they like got around it.
That is how they get around a lot of it.
Okay.
So
even if it was just on Netflix, they probably would have twisted the Academy's arm, because it wouldn't be an Academy Awards if Alfonso Cuarón wasn't winning something.
Seriously.
Yeah. And rightfully so. The guy's one of the greatest filmmakers of all time, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I love his movies. I think that Children of Men might be my favorite science fiction movie of all time, if you can call it science fiction. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good movie. I liked it.
Those two ultra long, like no cuts, like shots.
Mm-hmm.
I think about those all the time.
Really?
Yeah, because they were not only were they long shots, they were like long action shots.
Right.
Yeah. Did you see the? Did you see the first?
I'll have to watch that again.
Did you see the first season of True Detective?
Yes.
So you know the infamous. I think it's a couple episodes into the season, with Matthew McConaughey back undercover, and they're running from like crack house to crack house.
Yeah.
Yeah. That also used a super long shot. It instantly made me think of Children of Men.
Cuarón. Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to rewatch that because it's been a long time since I've seen it.
I also kind of miss seeing Clive Owens. I like him, and I don't think he's been in anything that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. He also did Y Tu Mama Tambien.
Yes.
Which I actually saw that in the theater.
I did not. I saw that way later, but I like that movie a lot.
It was good. He did Great Expectations as well. I never actually saw the movie, but I do have the soundtrack. The soundtrack's phenomenal.
I don't think I remember what that sounds like.
It was a largely British soundtrack, although it did have a couple really good Tori Amos songs on there. So, and let's see, Children of Men, yeah. Paris Jeremy, he did a segment on that. Gravity was fantastic. I really dug Gravity.
I thought it was good. That's another movie I didn't really understand all the buzz about it. I thought it was good.
Well, I think it was just the fact. For me, it was that Sandra Bullock carried the movie by herself, with the exception of like 15 minutes that George Clooney breezed in and breezed out.
Yeah.
And she won the. Did she win the Oscar? She didn't win the Oscar for that, did she? No. She did not. I think she was nominated though.
I think she was.
Yeah, it won 7 Oscars though.
Yeah.
Cinematography, directing, editing, music for the score, sound editing, mixing, visual effects. Yeah, and Sandra Bullock was nominated for the Oscar that year, but she did not win it.
Who did?
I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, what year was that? That might tell us more. 2013. Yeah, I have no clue. No clue whatsoever.
Huh.
But I was glad to see that, what's his name? Ludwig Göransson won for Black Panther for the score.
Yeah, it was good.
He's done most of the work for Childish Gambino.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he's produced, I believe, all 3 of his albums and did a lot of the music for all of those albums as well.
Oh, I've seen him. I saw like just like a YouTube video of a live performance of one of the songs off of his last album. I don't remember which one. And he was totally playing guitar on that. I remember that now. I didn't put that together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he's doing the soundtrack for The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing the score for that. Yeah. Man, he's got a gang
of
credits
for him. Is that like the show that's coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did the score for Venom, for Creed. I think he just did Creed 2. No, he did both Creed movies.
Seemed like
the music for.
Seemed like a very young fellow to be winning all kinds of awards. That's cool.
Yeah, he's 1984. He is young.
He's barely older than I am.
Yeah. He did the let's see, Central Intelligence. Wow, surprisingly, he only did the music for one song in Atlanta. Surprisingly.
Huh. I love that show.
Yeah, I just started watching it recently. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Second season kind of changes a lot. It becomes more...
That's what I've heard.
That's what I've heard. Each episode is kind of its own standalone thing. And I think the format change was really good. Right.
Let's see here. Looks like he did pretty much all of the music for Community.
Huh. So so he has a serious connection with Donald Glover now.
For sure. Yeah, it looks like he did. Let's see. What is this here? Yeah, he was the composer for all of it.
That's cool.
Yeah, like this. He's got like 60 credits to his IMDb.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I dug that. I'm surprised there wasn't more backlash about, this hippie-looking white dude scoring Black Panther and winning the Oscar for it. I would assume that, people would be like, well, why wasn't an African American doing the soundtrack? Shit.
Maybe if it was like closer to release.
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's a Swedish dude.
Is he Swedish?
Yeah.
Because I just assumed it was German with a name like Ludwig.
Yeah. No, he was born in, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Linköping, somewhere in Sweden.
All right.
Bork, bork, bork. So, yeah, that was good. I was glad to see that, Nikes. Regina King got her Oscar.
I did not see that. I really want to because she's a tour de force. She's amazing in everything.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the very first thing I think I ever recall seeing her in was Friday.
Oh.
She played Craig's sister in the original Friday.
Oh yeah. First thing I can remember seeing her in was Jerry Maguire.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
she was in that. Oh, dude, I saw her in, because I've seen Boys in the Hood and Poetic Justice. She was in both of those as well.
Mm.
And Higher Learning. Man, she did a lot of stuff with Ice Cube. She was in 3 movies with Ice Cube.
Huh.
And then also in Poetic Justice with, oh, damn, she was in 227? I used to watch the shit out of that show when I was a kid. Huh. Yeah, she's been in a bunch of stuff. But my friend Paige, who was supposed to be on the show this week, she actually worked with Regina King on...
Nice.
Let me see if I can figure out which movie it was. She did some TV movie.
In what capacity? What did she do?
She was an actress in it.
Oh, cool.
And I think she directed it as well.
Oh.
But yeah, my friend Paige worked on it with her, and she said that Regina King is just an amazing woman. Just completely awesome. I think it's not Where the Truth Lies. I'm not sure. I looked it up last when I was talking to her. But yeah, it was some TV movie, and she said it was phenomenal. She said it was great. So
she was one of my favorite characters in the second season of The Leftovers. She was really good in that show.
Yeah. I just saw that she was in there.
Yeah.
Oh, Let the Church Say Amen. She directed it.
Huh.
And that was the one that my friend Paige worked on.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, it was a BET movie, actually.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, but then again, like I really dug her when she was on the Boondocks.
Regina King?
Yeah, did you ever watch the Boondocks?
Yeah, here and there.
But she played Riley and Riley's brother. She played the 2 boys.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Riley and Huey. She was Riley and Huey on the Boondocks.
I had no idea.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Totally.
Huh. And apparently she's going to be on the new Watchmen TV series, which
I see that as well.
I didn't know about until somewhat recently.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's going to be an HBO show.
And it's Damon Lindelof.
Is it? He's doing it?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
That's what got me excited.
Apparently, yeah. And apparently it's like, I don't know, because it doesn't sound like The Watchmen at all.
I think I read somewhere on Reddit that it takes place after the Watchmen book and film, whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it looks like Jeremy Irons is playing Adrian Veidt.
Oh, I didn't see that. I haven't looked at any of the casting.
Yeah, let's look like let's see, Jeremy Irons. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. I think the other thing they said is that it's going to be modern day. It's that universe, modern day. So that makes sense.
Right.
Why he would be so old then.
Right. Lou Gossett Jr., Don Johnson, Regina King, Tim Blake Nelson
is Looking Glass.
Yeah.
So I wonder what they're going to do. What do you do with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you do? Who's playing Dr. Manhattan?
He's not in it. It doesn't look like.
He's got to be.
Yeah. Unless it's like Don Johnson.
As an old Dr. Manhattan.
Right. But yeah, nobody else. I mean, there's no like Silk Spectre would be still alive during the
younger.
you know, like yes. And you know, because I think the only one that really got killed, I mean, Comedian got killed.
Yes.
And Rorschach ended up getting killed.
Yeah.
But didn't
he like explode or something?
Dr. Manhattan killed him.
Yeah, and he's like yelling at him to do it. He's like, "Do it!" And then I remember that.
Mm-hmm. But I've read the book like 3 times.
Yeah, I've read it twice.
And they've done like the Before Watchmen series, and that didn't have any of these people in it. And then they're doing right now DC is doing a series called Doomsday Clock. Which takes place in the DC universe, but for whatever reason, Dr. Manhattan's breaking into the DC universe.
Who's making that?
DC. It's not a movie. It's a comic book series.
Is it out?
Yeah. It's supposed to be a 12-issue miniseries, but they've only got 6 out so far, and it's just taking forever for Jeff Johns to write them and Gary Frank to get them out. It's been a real pain in the ass.
Is Dr. Manhattan a protagonistic or antagonistic character?
Don't know yet. Because they haven't explained shit, because they're only 6 issues in and haven't really gotten to the point of like what's going on. Like there's a new Rorschach, and you come to find out that the psychiatrist that was treating Rorschach while he was in prison, his son becomes the new Rorschach. So, and he's here in the new, like he crosses over, and then like Ozymandias crosses over, and then I think in the last issue they put out, for some reason, Comedian comes back to life, but they haven't explained it yet. Yeah. So
I need to look this up.
Yeah, it's called Doomsday Clock. And like I said, there's 6 issues out. I'm sure that you could just run to Graham Crackers or Chicago Comics and they'll have it.
Cool.
But it's actually, for as corny as it sounds, it's actually pretty well written.
I'm kind of a sucker. I'm kind of a sucker for comic book crossovers.
Yeah. So, and it all started with Rebirth, with the original Rebirth. DC Rebirth. Because at the very end of it, Batman takes a rock away from the wall in the Batcave, and you see the Comedian's button hidden in the wall. And then they did a 4-issue run between Batman and the Flash, where like they start kind of crossing over in between worlds. Yeah. Between the DC universe and the Watchmen universe. and then after that they kind of take it over from there, and that's where Doomsday Clock comes into play.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good. Like I said, I'm just waiting like patiently for the rest of the issues to come out because they're seriously, like, it's been like 4 months since the last issue came out, and this should have been like done in a year. Dicks. So
left you hanging.
Totally. Have you watched any of the Umbrella Academy yet?
I have not.
I'm about
it's in my queue.
6 episodes deep.
It looks like from like I'm sure this is not the right way to describe it, but from the preview that I watched in the picture, it looks like a cross between like X-Men and Mystery Men.
It kind of feels that way. You know, with a little bit of kind of Watchmen thrown in there a bit.
What is the tone of that show? Is it serious or is it funny?
Oh yeah. No, it's pretty damn serious.
Oh, okay.
It's very stern. Like they're taking it seriously. It was based on a Dark Horse comic that was written by Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance.
Oh, okay. That makes sense because I know he's all over that soundtrack.
Yeah. But it's pretty damn good, man. I'm enjoying it thus far. Like I said, I'm about six episodes in, and Ellen Page is in it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And, you know, I'll kind of watch anything that she's in as well. So,
which doesn't seem to be a lot anymore.
What's that?
Doesn't seem to be a lot anymore.
What, stuff that she's in?
Yeah, she's been kind of scarce for a while, it seems.
Well, she's been doing a lot of activism and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but that, and she's been doing like a bunch of like really, like, well, I think she was gone for like 2 years. Like, 2017 was kind of busy for her, but then she did Flatliners and got put in movie jail.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I didn't see that, but I remember seeing lots of trailers for that.
Yeah, and then Tallulah. What the hell was Tallulah? Oh, she was in another Netflix thing. So, yeah, Into the Forest, Tiny Detectives. Oh, they put her back into Days of Future Past as Kitty Pryde, and they did and then they did the Rogue cut, and that's when they put Rogue back in. Never mind, but still, she was in Days of Futures Past. And that was really like the last big thing that she did. It looks like she's been doing a bunch of indie stuff.
Huh.
So now she's got another TV series, Tales of the City, which is coming out eventually at some point this year.
I'm not familiar with that either.
Yeah. Wow, it's got a decent cast, though. I mean, it's got Ellen Page, Laura Linney, Olympia Dukakis.
That's some big names.
Yeah. Molly Ringwald. So, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's been pretty good so far. So I'm really, really interested because there just seems to be like a bunch of it just seems like there's a lot of stuff that's just completely open.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it goes from here.
Cool.
From where I'm at right now. So, because like I said, I'm only like, I think there's 10 episodes, and I'm like 4 episodes in or something like that, or 5 episodes in. And then, I blew through all of Titans. Which, it's that DC show that's on, what do you call it? It's on the DC streaming app.
Oh, okay.
And it's basically like a reimagining of the Teen Titans, which has been pretty good.
Animated?
What's that?
It's animated?
No, it's live action.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So that's got, Dick Grayson's Robin and Raven and all of that.
That's cool.
So watch that. I blew through that. That was pretty good.
Huh.
So yeah, it's been, just doing a lot of watching TV, doing nothing.
Yeah, me too. After I think 2 previous false starts where I got like an episode in and then just stopped watching almost immediately, I finally am current on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I'm not current on it. I think I think the season before Fox dropped it.
Yeah.
Was when I stopped watching it.
This season, this first season that was on NBC is not very good.
Oh, really?
No. But I liked the seasons before it a lot.
Right.
I don't know why I put off watching it for so long because I think what's his face is hilarious, Andy Samberg.
Oh yeah, for sure.
One of my guilty pleasure films that I will always love more than everybody else that I know is Hot Rod.
Dude, Hot Rod is pretty badass.
It's hysterical.
That movie is funny as hell. Like that whole weird, like surreal, cool beans sequence.
It turns into like a techno song.
Yeah, right. And then he's like constantly trying to kill his dad.
And,
you know,
Danny McBride and Bill Hader are my favorites in that.
Yeah, dude, did you ever watch Eastbound and Down?
That's another show that like it took me several attempts to finally like power through it. But once I gained momentum, I was all about it. That show's hilarious. But Kenny Powers is such a convincing asshole. Like I could not watch it for the longest time because I hated him.
Right. Well, I mean, like Danny McBride just pulls that kind of character off.
Yes.
You know, like I was never a huge Danny McBride fan until I saw that movie.
Yeah, he's
that TV show.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how you could live in that role for that long.
Unless you're actually that person.
I hear he's actually a pretty nice guy.
Seriously. You're out, motherfuckers. What is it? Strike 3, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was a pretty that was the one that got me introduced to what's the chick that played his wife in that? Or his ex-wife?
I don't know her. I don't know her name. She has like some family sitcom on ABC or something.
Yeah, Katie Mixon.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she's super. Sorry, I just think she's super hot. She's like not traditionally, you know, what folks look at.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
You know, but she was like super skinny in the Eastbound and Down though.
Mm.
So I like her much better now. So, but yeah, I actually really the American Housewife, because that's got Diedrich Bader in it too.
Oh right? Yeah,
that dude's fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen him in much either.
Yeah, well, he's been doing this TV show for the last 3 years or so.
Good for him.
Right,
yeah.
Right on. So, any new music tickling your ear, pussy?
Oh, tickling my ear, pussy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about new music per se, more just stuff I've been sort of discovering. Our mutual frenemy Billy Patterson.
Oh, God damn it, we'd have to give Billy a shout out in this episode.
Yeah, I guess I just did that. He and I have been going like back and forth, just like direct messaging on Facebook about just sharing music, and he's introduced me to some stuff that I like, some stuff that I don't like at all.
Right.
But he's got a pretty prolific knowledge of electronic music. It's
creepy.
It's extensive.
Yeah, that it is. That it is.
We were just talking earlier today about our love for the band Air. Are you familiar with Air?
I am familiar with Air.
They did like the Virgin Suicide soundtrack.
Yes.
I've been listening to them pretty much all day. I've known them forever, but I haven't listened to them for a long time. Probably not for the last like 3 or 4 years, but it's been spinning all day.
Interesting.
Yeah. As far as
definitely want to try to.
As far as new music, I don't think I have anything new that I'm listening to lately.
Yeah.
I've been finding a lot of like sort of no-name artists on Spotify. That are part of. I have no idea what the origins of it or why it ever came to be. So there's like this weird. It's not weird. Kind of niche subgenre of electronic music called vaporware. Uses heavily like early 80s sounds, like think like your like your Blade Runner type synthesizers, but it's usually that over
like the old Vangelis stuff.
Yeah, kind of, except it's less ambient. It's put over a beat, but it's a lot of this like similar, very very 80s new wave synthesizer kind of sounds.
Okay.
Put over like hip hop beats, and then they run it all through like a tape machine, so it sounds all warbly. It's not as weird as it sounds. It's actually, I find it pretty interesting. Somebody on the internet a couple years ago paired that up with like a Simpsons clip.
Okay.
And like somehow tweaked all of the colors so it looks like this crazy psychedelic like acid trip. And people take the vaporware music and edit it over the fucked up Simpsons clips, and Simpsons wave was born.
Interesting.
If you look it up on YouTube, there's a fuckload of them, but it's all like musicians making music that you've never heard of. And I've been looking all of them up, as many as I could, because often they use like it sounds like they're listening to jazz records being played out of a phonograph, and then they sample that because it's so like ultra scratchy, like vinyl sounding, and it's like trumpets or like jazz guitar, and then they'll do like sort of hip hop beats over that. It's a really interesting sound.
Sounds like it.
I have no idea why it ever got paired up with Simpsons videos, though. But I love the Simpsons, so I'm all about it.
That's hilarious. Just kind of fit in there somewhere.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just like a very very short clip on just played on a loop, and one of my favorites is a song put to a clip of a naked Bart Simpson spinning on a clothesline for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it taken from like the Simpsons movie?
I think it was an episode.
Because I think the only time I think I've ever seen Bart Simpson naked was in the Simpsons movie.
I don't remember. I remember. I think that was a pretty funny joke in the beginning of that movie where he's skateboarding with no pants, and then he's covered up by the bushes, and then they cover up the rest of him.
Right.
I don't remember the naked spinning on the clothesline. I think that was from an episode. I don't remember which one, though.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I've been digging this album called By You and Me.
You and Me.
It's Pink, the artist Pink.
Okay.
And I'm a huge Pink fan. I mean, it's well documented. But she released an album with this dude named Dallas Green. And they did like, he's in a band called The City in Color.
Okay, I'm somewhat familiar with their music, sure.
Okay, well, the two of them put out like a folky type album.
Huh.
And it's really, really good. So I've been listening to that lately. I've been listening to a lot of Pink lately. She just released a new single, just like a one-off single.
Oh, yeah.
But that, and I finally discovered St. Vincent.
Oh, you weren't familiar with her before?
I heard her name, and I saw her do her thing with
David Byrne.
What's that?
David Byrne.
No, well, when Nirvana got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
which was great,
she came out and did all apologies with them.
Yeah, with
the surviving members, and that was really all I'd seen of her. She had actually performed in a group called the Polyphonic Spree as well. And
correct. I think last time we spoke, I said that I told you that she was one of their guitar players for a while. Yeah.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct. So, like, I guess I saw her when she was playing with them because it was during that era.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So I picked up the St. Vincent on vinyl not too long ago, and then I downloaded the Mass Education, the newest album, or the Mass Seduction.
Yes.
And fuck, dude, I'm a St. Vincent fan.
That's cool. Have you listened to Strange Mercy yet?
I have not.
That's my favorite, and my favorite song in that is called Cheerleader. It's very, very big. Like, the bass is huge on that song. It's kind of different, a different sound for her, but I really like it. Right
on.
Yeah.
And then I found out, like, I was listening to a band called the Deads for a minute. And it's like this all-female rock group. And, dude, it's fucking good.
Nice.
So it's called Strange Mercy?
Strange Mercy, yeah. It was from 2010, 2011, I think.
Yeah, shown 2011. All right, I'm downloading that now.
Yeah, it's very good.
But,
I love that album.
Nice. So that'll be something I'll spin tomorrow. But I just found out that the Deads put out an album called Sketches and Animation. So I'm going to be listening to that tomorrow too.
Nice.
Yeah, because the first album, For Your Obliteration, came out in 2016, and that was fucking awesome. Like, it was a great record. But they're kind of punky, you know. Their new album was only 37 minutes long. Like, their debut album was 37 minutes long.
That's pretty short.
So, yeah. So it's, you know, it's short, gets to the point, you know, and on to the next thing. But you know who I was exposed to recently, too, that I was just like, okay, was Chance the Rapper.
You aren't familiar?
Like, I'd never heard any of his stuff.
Sure.
So a buddy of mine was like, dude, you got to listen to Coloring Book. I downloaded it, and I'm like, nah.
You didn't like it?
No, I'm not a fan.
Okay. What didn't you like about it?
The production.
Really? I thought it was a nice sounding album.
Like, it sounds okay.
Mixtape.
But, yeah. Like, it sounds okay, but, like, I'm just done with all this shitty auto-tune that sounds like everybody's drowning underwater. And, like, 9 out of 10, like, guest artists on that album are all fucking auto-tuned, and it's the worst. It's just fucking terrible, and I can't. I can't.
I liked it. I like it. You can download it for free, I think, from his SoundCloud, because he never put them on streaming, and he's never charged money for them. If you look up his SoundCloud, it's called Acid Rap.
Okay.
There's a lot of like old Chance the Rapper fans that they think that that's the best thing he has done and will probably ever do. It's really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's his first one. I don't remember what it was called. He actually did when he was in high school. He had like he got suspended for a week or something like that, and so he went in the studio and recorded his first mixtape while he was suspended from school.
Really?
Yeah. That's worth listening to, if only for the novelty of it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Right on.
I like him. I don't think he's the best. I don't think his rapping is particularly impressive. I just like the guy.
Yeah, I mean, I like the things that he does.
Yeah.
Like, outside of music.
Right.
You know, I enjoy, like, you know, that he's pumped so much money into the Chicago school district and into CPS, and he's really, like, it sounds like he's really, like, truly putting his money where his mouth is, considering his community, the community and the city and all that, which I totally have, like, a lot of respect for that.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, that album, I was just like, okay, it's good, So
I wonder how I would feel, because I haven't listened to it in a long time. I wonder how I would feel about it if I was hearing it for the first time right now too.
Yeah.
Well, there was a there was a shitload of hype for that when that dropped for a long time.
Yeah. Well, when you got Kanye West to come in and do your first song with you too, I mean, it kind of, it does its own thing and kind of takes off from there.
Yeah.
So
it was totally bothering me. Dallas Green, who you said you did that project with Pink.
Yes.
I couldn't place his name. He's in, I think they consider it post-hardcore, but it's basically a hardcore band called Alexis on Fire. I used to listen to them in high school.
Oh yeah. I'm familiar with them.
He's their front man.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That's crazy to think that now that he's doing this very, like, quiet, introspective folk album with Pink.
I didn't even know City in the Color was him.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Huh.
And then I've been listening to a lot of Jason Isbell lately, too.
Yeah.
He's got an album with his band, The 400 Unit, that came out in 2017.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Oh my god, dude! That album just, like, rips my soul from my body.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I saw him last year at the Tivoli movie theater in downtown Downers Grove where it was just him doing a solo acoustic show.
It's a weird place for that.
It was a very weird place, but I guess XRT does shows there all the time.
Oh, no kidding.
Which is like, yeah. But yeah, it was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic.
Nice.
But yeah, he's got the song on the new album, or well, on the 400 unit album, the Nashville Sound, called If We Were Vampires.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like the most romantic song I've ever heard in my life. Like, it seriously is just like it's just a beautiful, beautiful song. Because at first, when I first heard it, I was like, if we were vampires, I'm like, what kind of, I'm like, the shit kind of Twilight bullshit is this, But like the other day, I actually like sat down and listened to it, and I was like, God damn, this song is incredible.
I'll have to give that one another visit. I haven't listened to it in a long time. I remember liking it a lot, though. Yeah,
it's a beautiful album, man. It's a beautiful record. And, our mutual friend, Matt Polly, said that, he had posted the song Anxiety a while back, and he's like, this song perfectly encapsulates what anxiety feels like. And he's not wrong. So, but it's a fucking great album, man.
Yeah.
Definitely worth another spin. So,
I guess something new I have been listening to. Are you familiar with Pedro the Lion or David Bazan at all?
I'm familiar with Pedro the Lion, yes.
Right. Pedro the Lion was his old band, like in the early 2000s, and then they split up or went on hiatus, and then he launched a solo career, and his first solo record was it's one called Curse Your Branches. It came out when I was in college.
Okay.
And it's about like sort of his exit from the church and church world and church life. He grew up like a charismatic, like Pentecostal. So I just think he's a really interesting musician already, and especially songwriter. But then he got back together with Pedro the Lion, and they just put out a new album 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it's very, very good.
I listened to a little bit of it.
It's just
I listened to a little bit of it, and I was just like, okay.
I like it. It's just, it's a good, simple rock record, but it's more, it sounds more like his solo writing sounds than like old Pedro the Lion. I don't really love their older records.
Yeah, they were kind of one of those shoegazer bands, weren't they?
Wasn't that? It was. I wouldn't say shoegazy. It was just simple, like stripped down, like indie rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But once he went solo, I think his David Bazan's songwriting became exponentially better.
Really?
Yeah, he's got I think 3 or 4 solo records, and they're all pretty good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really followed much of their stuff. So, I mean, I knew some dudes when I was working at the record store when the Pedro the Lion stuff would come out. They'd get all, like, jizzy about it. I'm like, all right, whatever.
They were very, like, church controversial because he would he had, like, a song with it's a really great line. The line is like, "You were too busy talking to hear the Holy Spirit tell you to shut the fuck up."
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So he's a very controversial figure because he used to play like the old Cornerstone Festival that happened down in like southern central Illinois.
Yep.
And he got kicked. He got banned from that permanently for bringing up like a gallon milk jug that had been emptied out and filled it up with vodka, and he was just chugging it on stage.
Really?
And they have a no booze policy there.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And he did it to be an ass, and he was about to hit rock bottom with like alcoholism. He's since, I think he's in recovery now.
Well, now hearing that story, I may have to give their stuff a spin.
It's still really good songwriting.
Hilarious.
It's just they're kind of like Wilco, where their studio albums just like don't do a ton for me most of the time. But live, they're really great.
Nice.
I've seen them once. They put on an excellent like rock show.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I just got tickets to see a group called Tedeschi Trucks, the Tedeschi Trucks band.
Oh, just a little group.
Yeah, a little group.
Yeah.
They're playing downtown Aurora.
Really?
Yeah. So my buddy Tom
They just did their a 4 or 5 day residency for the 4th year in a row.
Yeah, at the Chicago Theater.
Yeah, those tickets were expensive as hell.
Were they? Yeah, the ones I guess downtown Aurora, they weren't that bad. I think it was like $50 after taxes and all
That's
that.
cool. I've seen them once, and it was at Ravinia. It was awesome. I love Derek Trucks.
Yeah, like just the craziness of him, like his dad being with the Allman Brothers band, and then he comes in and takes over. He started playing with the Allman Brothers as well as just like a young kid.
Yeah.
So.
And I love Dwayne Allman, but he's a better Derek Trucks is a better guitar player than he ever was.
Right. Yeah. Well, he also didn't wrap himself around a tree.
Right.
So he's had a few more years to hone his craft.
Yeah.
So
have you seen have you seen them before?
No, I've never.
Oh.
No, I'm looking forward to it though.
Susan Tedeschi has a phenomenal voice.
Yeah, I remember
she sounds like she's just constantly smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey, and somehow is able to sing like a pro because she's got like this great smoky voice.
Yeah. I've heard her stuff before when she was solo because, my the record store I used to work at, Kiss the Sky, like the owner of the store, Steve, is a huge blues guy. And, when her albums would come out, they'd be in heavy rotation at the store.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I've ever listened to her solo stuff. I knew her name before they got married and they formed the new band.
Right.
I used to listen to Derek Trucks solo, like not solo, but his band.
Right.
A shit ton back then.
Yeah.
But I've been extremely impressed with her ever since I've been listening to them.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. So they're playing with a group called Blackberry Smoke, which is like a southern country fried rock band.
I know that. I kind of know them too. I don't know why though.
Yeah, they get played on XRT if you ever listen to XRT. So
my wife does. So I may have heard them then.
There you go.
Yeah.
So right on, dude.
Yeah.
All right, I'm starting to sputter, dude. It's like, dude, seriously, like the last couple nights, like since we've been back from this vacation, like I put the boy down to bed, and then I just go crawl into my own bed and go to sleep. I'm like, I'm just tired. I'm going to bed.
All right.
So.
Well, you just go enjoy some sleep then.
Right on, dude. So yeah. See, as you can tell, I'm like just totally sputtering right now. But for Pop Goulash this week, I'm Ruben.
And I'm Bob.
And be kind to one another.
Peace.